What if Jesus gave a message to the world, and most people ignored it? Not a message of fear but of mercy, something urgent enough to be written down, not by a theologian or a priest but by a simple nun. Her name was Saint Faustina Kowalska. And what she recorded wasn't just personal reflection. She believed it was a message directly from Jesus, about your soul, about judgment, and about mercy before it's too late. In the 1930s, inside a quiet convent in Poland, a young nun began to write, not because she wanted to, but because she believed she was being asked to. She claimed that Jesus appeared to her, spoke to her, and told her to record everything. Those writings would later become known as the Diary, a spiritual document that has reached millions of people around the world. But here's the real question. Was this just a private devotion, or was it something meant for all of us? Because at the center of this message is something many people misunderstand. According to her writings, Jesus made something very clear. His mercy comes before his justice. That right now is the time of mercy, but it will not last forever. She records him saying, "Before I come as the just judge, I am coming first as the king of mercy." Think about that for a moment. Not judge, first. Mercy. Because humanity as it is not ready for justice. And that changes everything, because most people live as if time will never run out, as if there will always be another chance. But this message says otherwise. It says there is a moment coming when mercy gives way to judgment. And the question becomes, what happens if you ignore it? One of the most uncomfortable truths in the diary is how seriously sin is treated, not just the big, obvious sins but the small ones, the hidden ones, the ones we excuse. Because sin isn't just about breaking rules, it damages the soul. It slowly distances you from God, and over time, it can harden your heart without you even realizing it. But this is where the message shifts. Because it's not ultimately about condemnation, it's about invitation. Again and again the message returns to one powerful truth. No soul is beyond mercy. No matter how far you've gone, no matter how broken things feel, no matter how long it's been, mercy is still offered. In the diary, Jesus is recorded as saying, "The greater the sinner, the greater the right he has to my mercy." That's not how we usually think. We tend to believe we've gone too far, done too much, crossed a line we can't come back from. But this message turns that idea upside down. It says that's exactly why mercy exists, not for the perfect but for the fallen. But, and this is important, mercy has to be received. One of the most sobering parts of this message is not just about sin, but about delay. Because many people assume they'll come back to God later, that they have time, that they'll deal with it someday. But the truth is, you don't control how much time you have. And mercy is not something you postpone. Because the same Jesus who offers mercy is also the one who will judge, and the time to choose isn't someday, it's now. So what do you do with a message like this? It's not meant to trap you in fear, it's meant to lead you to trust, to return, to turn your heart back to God. Because mercy isn't just something God gives, it's something you step into. Through repentance, through prayer, through surrender. And maybe that's why this message has spread so widely, because it speaks directly to something deep in all of us. The need to be forgiven. The need to start again. So now the question isn't just whether this really happened. The deeper question is, what if it did? What if this isn't just history, but an invitation? Because one day, every person will stand before God, and on that day nothing will matter more than whether you accepted His mercy, or ignored it. So let me ask you, do you believe mercy has limits? And if God is offering it now, what is stopping you from receiving it? Let's talk in the comments.